Who can beat Donald at this point?
The economy was better off under Trump. Do y'all not remember when gas was under $2 a gallon?
You're telling me that Trump is so well media trained. He is so that dude that he knew to throw his fist up.
Oh, bro.
Mel, that's not what happened
Get
at all.
your meat off my girl.
Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Welcome to the Application of Knowledge podcast. I am Animated Mel. We have Chris James in the building, Stephen Michael in the building, and we are on episode 1, 2, 3. What's
Is it 1, 2?
The count.
The Dracula do, right?
You count.
The count. Count Coco.
Count Coco. Episode 123 of the Application of Knowledge podcast, man. And yeah, I think we're just going to jump right into some of the news that's been shocking the world that I'm sure you all know about by now.
Some people don't.
Some people don't know about it. I mean, if they
By the time they see this,
by
they
the
should.
time they, I was thinking about earlier.
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean?
if-
Oh, hey, I mean,
I
hey,
don't
if that's
know
how you
if
feeling.
anybody doesn't know about this. This is pretty big.
It is pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And so Donald Trump has gotten shot at. Yeah, I mean, go ahead, dude.
No. He didn't get shot at.
He did get shot at.
He got shot.
He got shot and shot at. Because in order to get shot at, in order to get shot, you have to get shot at. Hole in it. You know what I mean?
Cut it right.
Because the memes are going crazy.
Yeah,
You
I
see
know.
that?
Yeah.
But Donald Trump had a rally in Pennsylvania. I think, was it Butler?
Butler, Pennsylvania. Hicktown.
Right. They not even about it out there.
Hicktown.
Nice. He had a nice little rally out
This is where they would do something.
right in Pennsylvania. And
Is
I
it
didn't.
red or blue out there?
It's a swing state, but it's blue.
Oh, it's typically blue.
It's a swing state.
Well,
It's-
swing states
It has been blue recently.
Swing states have a lot of support for Trump. So
Ohio's a swing state as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could. But this means they can go either way.
But
So
they're not going to shoot him. Usually, if you're gonna he's in a danger zone, he's gonna be in a blue state.
Yeah, like
That's what I would think.
New York or.
I wouldn't think he'd get shot in his hometown.
I mean, that's where people are gonna have the
you
most
get
experience
hated.
with you.
Hey, 50 Cent got shot in his whole town.
There you
too,
go.
You know,
Like,
you feel me?
you know what I mean?
That's where
Because many men wish death on him, but at this rally, I didn't see all of the rally. I just saw the shot.
There was only the rally was okay. I've been into this. You know me.
Of course.
right.
So the rally was only it just started.
Okay, just started.
Yeah, so it wasn't like he was an hour in or he was finishing up. It just started.
Oh, man.
So he'd only started speaking for less than like 5 minutes, and this happened.
That's an interesting point, because I heard that he was going to potentially announce a VP
at that rally.
at that rally.
I didn't hear
I'm
that.
just wondering if, because like that really, it doesn't make sense. The rally just started, and you getting like, how did you get set up in time? Like, you got set up so fast.
Well, I would think that, you know, you may do it early because the longer you wait, the more eyes that could potentially see you. Right. I mean,
I guess that would make sense. I mean, but it's it was Saturday, July 12th, July 13th. I'm sorry,
That's basically like 9/11 now.
July 13th,
July 13th,
2024,
2024.
and
One of the greatest presidents of all time.
One of the greatest presidents has gotten shot and shot at. Now,
Mel, you are a trip.
what?
Okay,
He got shot at and shot.
No, here's the thing, right?
He got shot because in order to get shot, you have to get shot at.
Correct. But here's the thing. If you say shot at, you're not indicating that he was actually shot. So then you have to say shot at and shot.
I just say he got shot.
If you say he got shot, you know he was shot at.
Yeah, I'm acting.
And
What I'm doing, I'm acting like CNN.
Right.
Did y'all see the way that they was reporting on him?
Bro.
Did y'all see the way they or hear the? Because when I first found out that Donald Trump had got shot, I was in the gym.
These niggas make me sick.
I was making all kinds of gains.
All
Okay.
kinds of gains.
Gotta get you on that X and 49.
And then
Me and Mel on that booster. No, put me on.
you got it.
I did. I just started taking it yesterday.
Oh, okay. I better say because when I first got it, nigga.
I mean, it was yesterday. Was the first day I take.
Yeah, the first day I felt it was immediate.
Oh, I didn't. I mean, I was fasting. Maybe everything's a little different when you're fasting.
Yeah, but you should, and also you should see some
gains,
some definition. Because I see a little like when I'm working out, I see a lot more.
Okay,
I'm just like, okay, cool. I mean, granted, I have a cut physique or whatever.
You have good genes.
I see, good genes.
Y'all are taking drugs.
Drugs.
You know what I mean?
Just
We
taking
taking
plants,
them. You know what I mean?
Oh, plants. That's what they call it.
They're all plants.
Come from the earth. But all right, back to Trump. Donald Trump, baby. But the way that CNN and all of them, they were
CNN, NBC,
all the left
MSNBC,
okay.
basically all of them.
They were saying Secret Service rushed the stage as Donald Trump falls during the rally.
Wow.
I'm like, what? Fall?
Yeah, they.
Wow.
Fall? He fell? Bruh, how about he got shot at? Or he got shot?
What? Golly.
How about
Saying it in the beginning, I think that in the beginning, if you don't really know, saying shot at is appropriate. But now we know. So in the beginning, in the beginning, when they were first reporting it, they were saying he was shot at.
Okay.
If you watch the video, you're just like, did he get hit? Because they were originally reporting that he didn't get hit. There was the teleprompter got hit.
Yeah, they were saying the glass
and then
hit
glass
his
from
ear.
the teleprompter cut his ear. So that's why they were saying he was shot at, right? But then you can see that both teleprompters are still there. So it's like, no, he didn't get shot at.
Where does that elaborate? Because
just as information coming in.
It's all in the beginning when information is just coming in. They don't know stuff.
They don't know all the facts. They're just hearing the first thing that they say and then going with it. It's all live or whatever. Because I was watching Candace.
She was talking about it?
Yeah, she was doing it live. For real?
I was watching somebody else.
I was watching Candace. I mean, I was watching a lot of different people, but Candace, she did her thing on there. And there are so many things that's happening. So what are all the facts that we know at this particular moment in regards to Donald Trump getting shot in the ear?
Good job, man.
So
I'm going to pass it to our reporter, Stephen Michael, our chief analyst on the scene right now. Stephen Michael reporting in.
Thank you, Mel. I appreciate it. So we are here live in the AOK podcast studio, and there's a couple of things that we know. So Donald Trump was shot, and he was shot in the ear. Secret Service counter snipers did. In fact, kill the person that shot him. The shot was apparently, we've heard everything from 100 to 300 meters away. Probably.
What meters?
Or sorry, yards.
I'm like,
sorry. I was watching the Australian network, and they said 100 meters, which is longer. So it was about 200 to 300 yards. So in America we use yards for like shooting and stuff. So just imagine yards, you're talking like 2 football fields. So that's
a very long shot.
It's a pretty long
I
shot.
thought it was like 50 yards.
No, I think that originally people had said that because they just weren't sure. They thought he was in the crowd. But no, he wasn't. So he was in a building or a roof or something outside of the event. So people were, saying like, how did this happen? And there's all of these, a lot of this stuff is still coming out,
Sure.
right? The Secret Service, the FBI, the local police, the ATF, they're all involved in the investigation, and they're not releasing a ton of information. They released the information of the guy. His name's like Thomas Matthew Crooks, white guy from Butler, Pennsylvania.
Local?
He's a local. Registered Republican,
but no,
but has voted Democrat.
But I just heard that, and Candace went over that. She was saying how he was not a Republican because he wasn't even of legal age to vote. He wasn't even 18 at the time or so.
When he registered,
or when they say that he was to vote, to register. I'm just like, okay.
So then they put that in there just to make it, just to muddy the water.
Yeah, but he voted for Joe Biden.
Yeah. So but they said he was a when I heard that, I'm
donated
like,
to him.
He's that's what it was. He donated. The only campaign donation he's ever given was to vote blue or whatever blue. So they didn't even give that much information. They just said, yeah, act blue, which is Joe Biden, right? And really, that's all we know. But Trump was supposed to speak at a rally in Denver last night, which obviously he didn't do. And thus far, I mean, that's really all we really know.
I have a few videos that we could watch. I'm not sure if y'all have seen a lot of the videos that they.
I've watched one of a white guy talking about what he saw.
I have a few. I have a few of those videos. We can just watch them and then. But hold on. I think we all need to acknowledge that the picture of Donald Trump after he got shot.
Okay.
Is easily going to be one of the most remarkable or like idolized.
It'll be in history books.
Yeah.
Pictures ever, because that shit was badass.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Almost as if
but
the photographer was like.
I mean, the photographer is going to do their job.
I mean, like, okay.
I mean, are these like the photographers at NBA games?
So when in videos, you can see the photographers down there. They're already there.
Correct.
Right? So they can hear what the Secret Service is saying, and immediately, so everybody was just like, because we can take this another route, as you know, but immediately everybody was trying to figure out what happened. Right? So people, as you're watching it, we know what's happening because it's getting reported. But live, people don't know what's happening.
Yeah. So he had a silencer?
We don't have, they didn't,
okay.
You know.
You sound like the
rifle.
Right, because we know what a gunshot sounds.
Yeah, but also
especially a 50 cal.
We have to remember. So I don't think it was anywhere near no 50
couldn't have been
cal.
no 50 cal.
A 50 cal that close, your face is gone.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people were saying, well, maybe it was a 22. That's why it could be that far. He could miss. Right. They could have grazed him. Like, there's a reason.
We need to know the caliber.
Right. So we don't have all that information yet. But a lot of people that were live were like, it sounded like fireworks.
Yeah.
Right. And we're right around the 4th of July. It's in the Hick Woods. Like, this is not abnormal for them to maybe hear these things. It's a Trump rally. Maybe there were fireworks off in the distance. That's what it sounded like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they weren't like, they heard sounds, but it wasn't like, oh, these are gunshots. You're at a rally. It's loud. Right. And then they reacted when Trump reacted. So when Trump fell, they were like, whoa, what's going on? And then you can see everyone look in the direction where they heard those sounds coming from. So you think about photographers and stuff, they don't know what's happening. Everyone still thinks, they're not thinking he's shot. These are gunshots. Maybe they heard something. I mean, as a photographer, you're paying attention. You're looking for the moments. You're looking around. You're not necessarily, paying attention to other things. So when they see him getting up, and you have pictures of him underneath, because people were saying, and like I said, we can get into this, but they have pictures of him underneath Secret Service, and you can see him underneath, very clear. Not cell phone. These are the photographers.
Like the blood.
And it looks
legit to me.
I think he genuinely did get shot.
I think he did too.
I think he got shot because I know there's a lot of people out there like, oh, this is staged.
A lot.
And I'm like, okay, I wouldn't necessarily disagree that it was staged, but him being shot and being planned to get killed, I would say that is a stage, but him getting shot and that is a legit thing. Because imagine if he actually died.
Right.
Would it be staged?
Like, would you? Exactly.
Well, okay,
right.
And this is the point you're about to make.
Okay, well, maybe not. Well, I was going to say, like, if you were going to stage this, you wouldn't you wouldn't stage yourself actually having a bullet come back close to you.
That's what I was.
Right? You would not do that. And when they have that picture, and people can say, well, they can make up anything. And granted, yes, they can, right? But there's pictures of him under the Secret Service where it's just like, bro, you can barely see him. And it like they were like, oh, it's WWE, he cut his ear. I'm like, dude, you can see like damage. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just like streams of blood. Like you can almost see damage. I don't know, man. In these day and ages, they can stage anything.
For sure.
But I would say, what benefit does Donald Trump have to gain by staging this?
None.
Right.
He's destroying Joe Biden.
In every state.
In every single state.
And like you can just
in every poll.
Like you can just look at it. Like even from like it's like in a sense it kind of looks like the media is going against Biden.
They have to a degree.
They have started to turn against him. You have 18 Democrats, sitting Democrats, that are actively outspoken now and saying, we think you should drop out. That's big.
Yeah.
Your own, even if it was 5, that's a lot. You have 18.
That's crazy.
Right? That are now coming out on the record and saying, we think that you should step down. Right? When the whole situation with George Clooney basically said Biden needs to take a step back. And George Clooney is one of the heads of his like donation campaign things or whatever. He held a whole rally for him and da-da-da-da.
Wow.
Yeah. And so he came out and said, yeah, we think you should step down. Right? So George Clooney didn't reach out to Biden directly. He reached out to Obama and talked to Obama about it. And everyone was like, why would you reach out to Obama? Well, because these are the people who are actually running things. Right? So if you have these people coming out against you, now you have MSNBC and NBC and all these people now turning on you, bro, you know it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So if all of this is happening, why does Donald Trump feel the need that he would have to do this?
Yeah, to set up a hoax.
Like this crazy.
Who can beat Donald at this point?
It's impossible. Like right now.
At this point.
Right now.
Right at this.
After he done got shot and survived.
There's only one person that I think could beat him. That would be Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
Nah.
That's
seriously.
No.
Mel, I'm telling you.
I'm saying that in a race
would not have at this point in we have 4 months?
Yeah.
We gonna put Michelle Obama up there in 4 months.
I'll say this. The only person that could have a chance would be Michelle Obama.
At this point.
But Gavin Newsom?
Gavin Newsom will lose on autonomy.
They're not going to put a woman in a position to lead this country.
No, she would be vice. It doesn't matter who's the actual figurehead. She would be a vice. But the point is, that's the only way they pull this off. But
I don't see it happening. It's probably the closest.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But it's not possible.
We said who, so that was the who.
But my thing is, at this point, and so the point that I was trying to make is, Donald Trump can see the light. Like, there's no reason to do, especially something like, bro, this is not a small thing. Even if it's crisis actors and WWE, this is not a small thing to do. The ripple effect this is going to have on the greater community,
bro. It already has. I mean, like, well, first of all, Trump. It's so funny because the left has been reporting this. It's like ever since that debate, Trump has gotten quiet. Right, and that's
he don't need to say nothing.
He don't need to say nothing. He's done less rallies. He's doing less traveling. Right, he was. They got him golfing. They're like, oh, he's golfing. He's not even taking it serious. No, he's done what he's needed to do, and now Biden and the left is self-destructing. That has been their strategy ever since the debate. Even at the debate. Right? When he let Biden talk, and he did not come at him for mumbling and stumbling. He just let things be what they are. And now, and hopefully, and I think that people have seen him in a better light. Like, bro, just look at this. It's almost like we feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he called Kamala
Trump.
He called Kamala Vice President Trump. At the NATO summit, at the NATO press conference, Biden called
oh my God.
Kamala Vice President Trump, And then he also called
And-
Zelensky Putin.
Wow.
Like, bro, these are not small things.
Bro, and Zelensky is a small man.
He's small. Yeah,
That is a small man.
he's small. Like, how do you mix them up? Like,
How do you mix up a quote unquote black woman with a white billionaire?
it's just-
He said President Putin.
Yeah.
Then he came back and was like, what about Putin? Zelensky. And Zelensky was just like, okay. I'm just like, bro, that is crazy just to see that happen on a grand scale. And this is supposed to be the leader of the country. That's comical and laughable,
of
man.
the world, of
Yeah.
the free world.
Let's watch this video. Actually, you know what? Let's watch the first video of Trump actually.
Hey man, you
getting-
gonna put the video on the video?
Yeah, I seen that last one, niggas.
It's every time we watch a video that's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I said, never mind.
All right, let's watch our boy.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look what happened.
Oh, I hear it. Yet,
Yeah.
oh no, he shot a lot.
It was like 5 times.
Nah, it was
no,
like 8.
yeah,
9.
that's
Oh,
way
was it?
more. Yeah, that was way more than 5 times.
Nigga, listen. Hold on.
That was way more than 5 times. And then,
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
look, and then he just started letting off rounds.
Yeah.
Now, how did he not hit anybody else?
did.
He did.
Okay.
Somebody died.
Yeah.
2 people got shot. 1 person died.
I'm sorry, 3 people got shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Bro, so no matter what, right? However all this kind of turns out, people can have their oh, this is fake, yada yada yada. Well, someone died.
Someone actually died.
shot in the head.
And what they said was the bullet that was supposed to hit Trump hit someone else first, and then that bullet like nicked Trump's ear.
Oh, that's why.
So that's why the impact wasn't as
it probably lost velocity, was spinning, something.
yeah. And then he, you know, obviously Secret Service jumped on and did their thing and all that. But yeah, 2 people. I know you said 3, but I heard 2 people got shot. 1 person died. And
Yeah, that's 3.
oh well, I guess Trump is the 3rd one.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, well maybe.
I hate to hear that somebody died.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
There
someone died.
There was an ER doctor.
Well, I get that video too.
There, and he said he was trying to help him. He was like, "There's brain matter all over the place."
Oh, this one here.
Heard the shots. What did you see, sir?
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, "He's been shot! He's been shot!"
So you got blood all on his shirt.
I said, "I'm in an emergency department physician. Let me help you." The guy had spun around and was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter. And so I got him. His helicopter coming in the hill. I got people there really helpful. I got them up on the bench. Yeah, the CPR, did chest compressions as well as a brief one.
You guys, we need to evacuate everybody.
What did you see, sir? I heard the shots.
I mean, it's like in 20 like people we're okay. Our generation we're tainted.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, because if you were alive for 9/11, you bought it 100%, and then years later, now we're just like, yeah, 9/11 wasn't what we thought it was, right? Then you have Sandy Hook, and you have the Uvalde shooting in Texas. You have all these different things. It's like we've become desensitized,
Correct.
Yeah.
right, to a lot of this stuff. And we immediately think everything is fake,
Yeah.
right? AI, you have Photoshop, and we immediately think it's fake. And I'm not saying that there's things that are out there that are not fake. Where you have false flag, people are like Antifa, you have all these things, and it's just like, when do we ever just look at something and be like, yeah, this is real, right? Now, I'm not saying that there's not something to, there's always stuff.
Questions.
Right? There's always questions. And I think that it's a good idea to, in general, anything political or anything like this, we need to look at things with take everything with a grain of salt, right? To kind of look into everything a little bit more and just not take it at face value. But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, yeah, this was fake, right? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, someone died. Even if the whole thing was a setup, someone still died, right? I mean, that still sucks. Other people got shot. That sucks. I mean, there's somebody, Thomas William Cooks. I mean, that somebody's dead.
I would just say it was planned.
Even
it was definitely planned, and
well,
it's not like it's
not planned by Trump.
Yeah, of course, not planned by Trump, because there are reports, which I'll play in a bit, where people have said that they told cops and Secret Service that, hey, there's a man right there.
Yeah, I heard.
There's a man right there. He's climbing. We all can see him. And you have multiple people having this exact same response, and then the reaction from the cops, they're acting like, oh, what's going on? They didn't respond immediately to the bystanders saying like, hey, the shooter's right there. We see him. And they also have stated where that you can see an angle where they have people like Secret Service people on top of the building.
Mm-hmm. Counter snipers.
Yeah, like counter snipers. They already have someone that's in that direction, in line, in like plain sight. And they don't do anything. And they just sit there. And then once it shoots, everyone starts ducking, and then they take a shot. So it seems like they waited and they gave everything a moment to actually take place versus being, proactive instead of reactive.
So let me give you, I guess, some context on that, because that's a very important view. So I watched a couple interviews from current and former Secret Service and FBI agents. And one of the things that the Secret Service, I don't know if he was an instructor or director or something like that, he's a big guy. He basically said that the Secret Service is all about like risk mitigation. So to lower the risk as much as possible, right? They're not there to necessarily 100% stop everything. They can't, right? But they lower risk, and then they work with FBI, they work with local law enforcement in order to decrease that risk even more. But even within that part of their job, they're also bound by laws or rules of engagement. So just like if you were in the military, if you were in Afghanistan, you were in Iraq, whatever, you can't just shoot somebody because you think they're going to do something. And those are United States rules of engagement. You can't just shoot someone because you think, or even because they possibly could. So so the initial reports are they did see this person, but when they found out, even then they couldn't just shoot him. They said that when they did end up shooting him, police were already there and moving on him. So I think that's why we heard all those shots at the end, because now he's just like, let me just try to get what I can. But they can't just, from what he said, because of rules of engagement, they're not allowed to just shoot him because they think he's a threat. So I don't know.
So you better get
you're
thoughts out of my mind.
You're climbing on a roof with a sniper rifle, and that's just thinking he's a threat.
Listen, I had the same thought process as you. I was just giving devil's advocate.
No.
Nigga, if I see someone, if I'm in the Secret Service, FBI, whoever got the gun to protect protect Trump, if I'm up there and I see a dude chilling with a gun aimed at Trump, nigga, I'm engaging. I'm engaging.
You kind of have to think what is going through that person's head. You think that they think that if the Secret Service sees me, they're not going to shoot me? Like, it's a death wish.
I agree. I'm just giving you, like I said, devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just giving you the information that they gave.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of information. It's not,
right.
They're not making it available yet. This is less than 24 hours ago, right? So they're investigating because we don't know when they saw him, right? He could have seen him 3 seconds before and then be like, wait a second, is this one of our guys? Like, even with your highly trained, you don't just immediately shoot something. You take a second, and then at that point, maybe we don't know. Yeah. But
let me play this video that's of this guy who was there, who speaks on the shooting and what happened at the rally.
For the Secret Service, who were
all right,
and listen to the rally. Right, we couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up,
in probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police.
His confidence saying 100% kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time.
He was like, "Are you confident that guy shot him?" 100% sure.
Probably.
I mean, probably because he saw him shoot.
The slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
That's a good question.
I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, obviously when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy.
Absolutely.
You asked him, be careful.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over. And listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see
That
him.
reporter pissed me off.
Yeah, I'm just like,
He's a
bro.
BBC reporter.
Yeah, of course, and BBC is the biggest pieces of manipulators out there. But you have an eyewitness out there who see, and I always like to question that stuff because I watch like House of Cards and. It's just like
everybody saying scandal.
It's hard. Yeah, it's scandal. It's hard to be like but then art imitates life. It comes from something. And the same people. Who, I don't know.
Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay. What happened? Trump was shot, right? Did Trump set this up himself? No, he did not. I don't care what anyone says. He didn't stage this himself. There's no benefit for him to do that. Are there some fucking questions? Absolutely.
Millions.
Right?
And millions.
Could it have been an inside job? Absolutely.
That's what a lot of people were saying because like his Secret Service, they didn't not the ones that pulled them off, but the ones that's around. They waited to everything progress in order to actually act.
Yeah.
And another thing that it kind of ties into the video, unless you were going to finish it up.
No, that was it. Okay.
I want you all to tell me, maybe you all seen this. What are your thoughts about this? Because I was just like, why do they have women protecting him? Check this. These are the Secret Service agents. These are the women.
Well, there's 3 of them.
Like, bro, she don't even know where to put her gun. Look at them. Wait,
but those aren't the ones that were on stage, though.
No, but these are the ones that's assigned for protecting him.
Oh shit.
They looked panicked. It's shit.
Wait. But okay, all right. I'll say their heads on a swivel. I mean,
look at old girl here. She drew her gun. What are we talking about? Like, come on.
Yeah, she definitely looked nervous.
Well, you fucking shook. Well, like, come on. This is no shot at any women because I salute any woman or any human out there who's putting themselves in a position to protect someone or doing your job. But they are not meant to be in those positions of, I don't think that they should be in those positions of protecting a president or a future president, past president.
He's a president.
A president. I don't think that they should be in those positions simply because they're not as emotionally tame as men when it comes to these situations. They aren't as stoic. You need a level head. And I get it that this situation was like emotionally charged and things of that nature, but this is when you need a man to be there to calmly assess the situation and not be so panicked. I'm not sure if these was DEI hires. A lot of people are talking about like, yo, these have to be DEI hires. Like, there's no way that these women should have been in that position to, protect him.
Well, I'll say this. You have levels of Secret Service security. And there was only, if I'm correct, I think one woman on the stage. So this is that you showed was at the car. So they may not be in his personal detail because there's a difference between Secret Service just being there for the event and then in his personal detail. So his personal detail is who you see on the stage. So there may be a woman there, right? I definitely can see how she was erratic, trying to put her gun away. Like she's this could. I don't think that this is her personal details. She could have just been a part of Secret Service, and it's just like, hey, it's a rally, she's getting experience. I have no idea. Yeah. But if you're not military, you're not ex-police, I don't know what the qualifications are for you to be in Secret Service. I would imagine that you would need to be ex-police or something to be Secret Service.
I think you have to be ex-military.
I don't think you have to be ex-military. I think that coming from police or even FBI, something
most police are military too.
I won't say most, but it's very common.
It's a lot of police.
It's not a requirement. I think that for military, it's an easy way to progress into a different career. But I'm pretty sure with Secret Service, you're talking about an elite job. So I would imagine you have to have some sort of experience in law enforcement. Or maybe not.
No, I think you have to have some experience in law enforcement.
Yeah, you can't just go to Secret Service Academy, So I would imagine that you would have been in a situation where you've had to draw your gun.
Should have been. Should have been.
Should have been trained for this as well.
Well, yeah, of course.
Correct. Yes, you're absolutely correct. And I'm not trying to take up for her. I'm just, I guess, trying to color things a little bit. And maybe that's the difference between men and women. Because a man, when you go into training, you're taught just rely on your training. But then, maybe for her in that situation, she was relying on her training, but still was being very erratic. And it wasn't like, oh, she just missed her holster. It's like, bro, you look shook. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
She looked insanely shook.
She looked shook.
Now, another caveat that I want to add to this. This moment was predicted. Did y'all see that?
By
The Simpsons?
Tucker?
Nah, okay, I'll show you.
Oh, because it was,
It was a video that was actually recorded 3 months ago around the time like the solar eclipse happened or whatever.
Oh, damn.
Gary, I think, predicted.
All throughout America, and I saw Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and he started worshiping the Lord. He got radically born again during this time frame. I'm talking, people say he's saved now, but he becomes really on fire for Jesus, for what I saw coming. And then I saw people interceding when I saw him winning the presidency through great. The Lord showed me it would go clear into the summer. Great persecution would come on him through the judges and through the law and all these people trying to sue him and all this stuff. But there would be a stop to it, and things would start to break free come toward the fall. And then I saw him winning the election through the Patriots coming out and voting. And
but you can watch the video.
And that was 3 months ago.
This video is on YouTube. It's like a 44-minute long video or whatever.
That's extremely accurate.
That's extremely. And when he said it was so close to his ear, it busted his drum, that actually makes sense. Because, and maybe that's not what happened. We don't know yet. They have not said. No, Trump said it ripped through his ear. But we don't see that, right? Like we don't like you would imagine that a bullet may take his ear off almost, right? Like a graze to hit the top of his ear is crazy. But if we find out that it was a 22 or 50 cal and it hit someone and then now the ricochet past him and it busted his eardrum, that could be a thing. Because I told you, I said like a 50 cal would take his whole half his face off just moving past you. Yeah. So maybe it wasn't a 50. Maybe it was something else.
No, I just said 50. Don't.
Okay. I didn't. But maybe it was still something very high caliber enough to get close enough. Because they basically, someone was saying that where he was positioned, that it's basically, it was going to hit the side of his head. Like how he was talking in the position, because it gives you more surface area to hit the side of his head. But because Trump turned, and I guess the sniper expected him to turn back, and he didn't, right? Because he made a gesture to turn, but he didn't move. That's when the bullet came, and it missed him.
Yeah. Here's what I don't understand. Whoever this is, I mean, they have some level of training, right? Like, that's not an easy shot to make from that distance in the crowd of people. I mean, he still got very close to hitting this target. Why aim for the head?
Well, it's a guaranteed kill.
No, it's silly. From that distance, like that is silly.
Well, when they go to execute people, they don't commonly shoot the body. I mean, it's an easier target.
I understand, but bro, it's always the headshots from marvelous distances.
This is what snipers do. But also, which we don't know yet, it depends on the caliber of rifle. Like people said it was pop. Like if
it didn't sound like a 50 caliber.
That it would. This Chris, y'all, this is definitely not a 50 caliber.
Oh,
this was not a 50 caliber.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think initially people were like, it's a 22, which is a very small caliber rifle.
It's easier to get up.
It's very easy to move. It's quieter, right? Like this is why you can, this could have happened. So if it's a 22 from that distance, you need a headshot. Right. You can hit him in the body. Trump's not small. Like he's got fat on him. He could take a couple hits to the body from a 22 in the top of the chest or whatever, and he may live.
At 78?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? I mean, yeah. I mean, he could live. If you're going to assassinate a president, when you take that shot, you want to know it's going to hit.
Yeah.
You want to know if you're you're not making it out of there. This is 100%. You're not going to make it out of there. Unless you're
as the shooter.
As the
shooter, yeah.
Right?
I don't know, man.
No, it's 100% not making it.
I don't know.
If you were attempting an assassination on a government official,
I would hope they
specifically a president.
But the fact that he got shot.
Do you go into this with there's a very high chance you're not going to make it.
If
this isn't the movies.
This is why it would make sense that it was set up. Or they probably, like, if anyone knows about the MK Ultra and how they, mine,
I mean, possibly. This guy was young. He's 20 years old. He could, man, if they find out, man, there's going to be it's not funny, but
what's coming?
What's coming is going to be worse.
Yeah.
Because don't let this dude be an immigrant. Don't let him be somebody who,
Apparently just a white dude.
Yeah, but
he's in Pennsylvania,
that doesn't
Butler.
That
Antifa.
That could be made up. He could be, just because he's white. He could be from China. I mean,
but they do have that, and that's why. Yeah, I heard about that. But
he could be from anywhere
because they're letting people in.
Yep.
They're not documented.
Yep.
So these are the people you would literally want to either assassinate someone that's in a position of power or take control of different parts or cause hysteria in different parts of the country.
Now, I haven't seen anything about this. Nobody's reported this. It's just Stephen, but could you imagine? I mean, this, and he has no social media, right? They're just like, he has no Facebook, no Instagram, like this 20-year-old with no social media.
Bruh. I mean, the Hatua girl didn't have social media.
She wasn't big on it, but she had one. This dude don't have any.
Look, man, my thing is this.
That's why they said they had trouble identifying him.
Because it's social media? That don't even make no sense.
When this initially happened, the reporters and everything were like, who is he? This should be an easy identification. He had no ID on him, which of course makes sense.
Right.
But then, they were struggling to identify him through biometrics. Right.
Okay.
So
you're building a case that he's an immigrant.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
It's not outside of the realm of possibility.
It's possible.
Considering everything that's happening across the country, they're just letting people in. And another video I just want to...
Jeez.
I
can't even get a word in.
Well, nigga, talk then.
What you mean? You can get another video.
Well, because I want to talk about, us, how we're not rocking with this.
Final thoughts?
No, not necessarily final thoughts, but just how other people out there, they wanted him to die. Like,
bro, Isaiah had posted something. Steve, I think you saw it.
I commented on it.
He had posted something about this whole deal or whatever, and somebody in his comment section was talking about Trump is the son of Satan and all this other stuff. Oh, God. And I'm just like, people are so radical that. What you think? I'm confused. You think Biden's the better? I'm just confused. Like, if you thought Trump was the son of Satan, what's Biden in your mind? Like, you got to be a Biden fan, right? Like, you got to at least want Biden to win if you think Trump's the son of Satan. And I'm just like, bro, what is wrong with people right now?
Yeah, there's a lot. It's like during these times, you actually get to see some of the wickedness or the true natures of people. For them to wish death on someone simply because things aren't going right in your life, or you think that this person is the reason why your life or your social issues aren't going the way you want them to.
Bro, like, legitimately, I don't understand. Like, when you ask people why don't you like Trump, they really don't know why. They just say, oh, he's a racist, he's a bigot, he's da 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 da, he's a billionaire, and he don't care about the middle class, da da da. A lot of the people that are in, in these comments, or if you go to, the shade room and you look at the comments and stuff, he gave so much money to HBCUs, and he's actually got black people out of prison where Obama put more people in prison. Yeah. Like, are y'all? I mean, it's literally the brainwashing from the media.
It's insane.
Like, y'all literally don't even know why you don't like him.
They just don't like this dude because they'll hear about they're taking away the birth, the birth control.
It's like, y'all, bro. Y'all are crazy.
And these are the people who want to get vaccinated. These are the people who wear the mask and
these are the people that are complaining that they can't buy a house. They're complaining because their grocery bills are too high. They're complaining because gas is $3.50. They're complaining because the price of used cars went up over 50%. You're complaining, but Trump has nothing to do with any of that. It's all Biden.
Like, bro.
But you are the one that are like, nah, F Trump, we want Biden. But y'all are upset that the world that you're living in today, you're struggling in so much, but yet you're displacing your anger to Trump when you were better off. The economy was better off under Trump. Do y'all not remember when gas was under $2 a gallon? Right? I mean, gas was just recently like $2.98, right? And then I was like, oh, I had half a tank. I was like, oh, I'm gonna fill up. It's under $3. And then the next day, it was $3.29.
Yeah, it jumped. Damn. I actually found out that they are actively destroying oil in order to jack up the prices.
Well, Biden has been emptying the national, I forget what it's called, the strategic national oil reserves. So he did that a lot during COVID to keep prices down, right? I can understand that to a certain degree.
Wait, destroying the resource to keep the prices down?
No, not destroying. I don't know. I've never heard that.
You literally are taking what I said and saying something completely different.
Well, that's why I'm saying I've never heard that, but I'm telling you what, at least from what I know, is happening. Not destroying.
They are literally telling these, I don't know who holds the oil, but they're getting notices saying you need to fill your truck up and go dump it out in the street in the grass
to increase prices.
They didn't say to increase prices, but what else is going to happen when you dump oil out and create scarcity?
That's
interesting. Create demand.
It creates demand,
and then demand will
drive prices. Yeah. It can't be the opposite. It can't make it cheaper.
Well, that's correct. I don't know. Well, both of these things could be happening because what I was saying is just something different.
I understand what you were saying.
Okay, yeah. So Biden has been emptying our reserves so that not destroying them, so they go to the plant to be processed to decrease the prices of gas because summer people travel.
Because what's going to actually end up happening is going to hyperinflate.
Well, it rebounds.
Yeah, it's going to rebound.
Yeah.
So it's not going to help us at all.
It's a temporary move, but we now we're even lower than our previous low. So if something were to happen, obviously we would have no oil.
Well, that's the point, right?
Right.
That's
correct.
the point. They don't want us to actually have any resources.
All right, here's a video. It's only like 48 seconds or something.
Also, the person John Wilkes Booth, if you can hear us, if you're with us, please.
Shit,
John
what the
Wilkes
hell,
Booth,
now?
If you're listening, please.
Let me get this straight, dumbass. You have a fully reloaded shotgun, but you chose to use a one-bullet.
We're not even sending our best to fucking assassinate. Because
Oh,
what the hell was that?
God.
Lee Harvey Oswald would never, bitch. John Wilkes Booth would never.
Today was like this close to being the best day ever.
Wow.
Also, the person that at Trump at his rally was exercising that right that all of those Republicans were fighting for. So, can you really blame him?
What right?
To own a gun.
That's not exercising a right to shoot someone. There's no right to shoot some innocent.
Bro,
like, what are you talking about?
These people, our society is sick.
Yeah, really sick.
Like all jokes aside, like I'm watching that, and originally that first video or the first clip, I thought that this clip was of a guy like trying to conjure the spirit of John Wilkes Booth to speak to us, to tell us what happened.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Like, and I'm just like, oh man, you want some witch shit? Like, okay, I'm into it though. But then I realized, no, these people were mad. Then the next girl comes up, clearly, who's clearly she's
a liberal.
Yeah, but to say it nicely, but these people are sick.
Yeah, they're sick.
I don't care. I don't like Biden. I wish he would lose. I want him to. I don't even want him to quit. Actually, I want him to run so he just loses.
Yeah.
But I want him to lose, and then I want him to just retire,
fade into the
and just live the rest of your life, dude. Right? If I don't want Biden to be assassinated. He's never done anything to me to make me want him dead.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like his policies, as much as I feel like he impacts our daily life, and then these people, just all this crap, as much as he's brought the freak out in people, I don't want him dead. I don't think there's any politician I've ever seen that said I want them dead. I don't want George Bush dead.
Fauci.
Do I want him dead? Do I wish he got assassinated? I would not celebrate if something happened to him.
If you had a death note, would you write his name in the book? Would you write his name in the death note?
I might put Fauci's name.
I might put Fauci in.
Fauci
he's a criminal.
He is very evil. He's responsible for sterilizing and mass genocide. He's up there with Bill Gates easily. Like these guys
Bill Gates can get written in the death note too. If you got Trump getting shot at, but Bill Gates is walking around free,
right?
But y'all are crazy.
This is how you know it's set up.
Mass manipulation.
This is how you know it's set up. There's no way that this guy, whoever this guy is, was so radical for Biden that he decided he was set up. He donated to the campaign. A 20-year-old doesn't even, bro, come on.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm 38 and I've literally donated $1.
Now, I don't even know how to donate.
I was thinking what?
I don't even know how to donate.
I donated to Trump.
During the shoes, when he got the shoes?
No. When he got
Atlanta?
When the felon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, I support you, my nigga.
I sent him $20.
You supported Trump.
25.
That's what I'm talking about.
You should have sent him
26.
million.
You should have sent him 26.
You had an odd number.
See?
I think only certain.
But this is my point, right? Like, bro, this screams setup.
Yeah.
His age, his history. Like, I'm like, the fact that he has no social media.
Yeah.
Bro, If you have no social media, who's radicalizing you?
Yeah.
Where are you getting radicalized? You're not on social media.
So when we say set up, I want to be clear because I agree with you.
Right.
Not staged, as in Trump set this up for himself. We have made clear there's no benefit in Trump doing this for himself,
at all.
right? But because now, if he did set it up, this nigga's already in court every day. You think he wants to be in court for murder?
Right.
Like, come on, bro.
It makes
it's the last thing he
sense
needs
at all.
Right? So for Trump to set this up, absolutely not. Could it be an inside job? Shit, that's probably the most logical thing, right? Could it be? Did Biden set it up? I don't honestly think so.
Biden's doesn't even know who Trump is.
Like, this nigga is so gone. He's just trying to figure out what ice cream he's having. He was in Rehoboth Beach. This nigga was at the beach chilling when this happened. This Biden was at the beach, my nigga.
Wait.
He was at the beach, bro.
This nigga was at the beach.
The president didn't even talk about it like that. That's crazy.
Chris, this is beyond spooky. He's at the beach.
He's at Rehoboth Beach.
Like shirt off, pants off.
No,
in the sand.
When this happened,
getting some vitamin
they
D.
didn't show him laying on the beach, right? He's from Delaware, so it's not weird for him to be at Rehoboth, but he has a house in Wilmington. Like, this man's on vacation.
He chilling.
Like, he came to the podium, which we can talk about that, but he came to the podium. This nigga didn't even have a tie on.
Oh, wow.
He didn't even have a tie on.
Wow.
Jacket and open collar. And stumbling and mumbling.
When he came to the podium, when?
Yesterday.
Talking about the Trump thing.
Yes, which was bullshit.
He literally talked for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
About the Trump thing.
2 minutes.
And that was it.
He's
just like, and the thing is, he didn't say anything that was like impactful, that made people feel reassured that they're on top of it, that they're going to handle it. It was nothing. And like the people asked him, like, what is your opinion on this, Trump getting shot at? And he was just like, I have a lot of thoughts, I have a lot of opinions, but I just want to wait.
No facts yet.
No facts, just want to make more information come in. And then he turned his body and then walked that way.
Like, bro, he was so... I kept saying, where's Biden?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you need to come out and have a strong stance.
Of course.
Like, you need to be State of the Union, Joe.
Right. Yeah.
Which we ain't seen since State of the Union. Right? And you need to be like, this is absolutely unacceptable. Right? It doesn't matter if I'm running against him. He could have said, I don't like Trump. Trump can fall off a bridge, but nobody should be shooting at Trump.
Right.
He should be able to go and have rallies without the threat. Like, he should 100% have been, because it can happen to him.
Right. It can happen
to Obama, all his boys. It can happen to anyone in Congress.
Right.
Like, this is not just about Trump in general.
Yeah.
You have to have a hard stance against this, and he didn't do that.
Here's another thing too. When was the last time a president of the United States had an attempt on his life?
This close? I'm pretty sure it was Trump in office years ago when he was actually president. Not this close. But the last time that I heard there was a potential assassination attempt was Trump.
Right.
But nothing came of it. It was thwarted, apparently.
Okay, it was thwarted.
But prior to that.
Okay. So
Kennedy,
right? This is so unheard. First of all,
especially in our media, our society with the internet. And
I'm surprised there's no video footage. Maybe there is of the dude climbing up there.
That's what I was thinking too.
I would imagine,
unless the FBI got in there.
These niggas were on it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure they probably had someone protecting old boy to get up there.
Who?
The shooter. Just the plan. Because there's no way that in the Secret Service, and then some dude just has a shot at him. Even like you have to know this is set up.
Because when you say thwarted, Steven, what you're talking about is, hey guys, there's a shooter on the roof. Get him off the stage. Yeah. That's what you're talking about.
Or they get the shooter. They stop it before.
Yes.
And we don't hear about that stuff, but they said, this stuff happens. They stop way more than they tell us about.
Okay.
Because of course they don't want to tell the public. It makes they want people to come out.
But those are the real, actual incidents that aren't staged. Those are the real ones that aren't set up, and they never make it.
They never make
it. But
it.
that's the point, right? Because we are talking about. This is basically Skynet. This is, what was that movie? I think it was Jamie Foxx where the government. Eagle Eye. Those movies came out decades ago.
Yeah.
Like the technology they have today, if you have even been thinking, about doing something,
they're gonna show up at your house. Like,
I saw some thoughts.
Yeah, I saw your thoughts, cuz.
If you've been thinking about doing it and you're within a 10-mile radius of a rally, you're being watched. Like, come on.
I think that this is why I think that we can say that obviously there's some inside stuff happening.
100%.
Right?
Easily.
But to be very clear, I don't think that any of us think that Trump staged this.
No one thinks Trump staged.
And I think that's a clear distinction to make, because a lot of people are saying, this is staged. Like, when you say it's staged, what do you mean? Like, Trump didn't do this.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense for him to do this.
Yeah.
Was this an inside job? Potentially. Could some person on the Secret Service detail be involved? Possibly. I mean, who knows, right? There's a lot that we don't know yet, and there's a lot of lies that we're going to be told. But they got to make it make sense somehow. We're going to get some lies, we're going to get some truths, but there's going to be enough truths for us, so we'll believe the lies also. So,
listen, the internet's undefeated.
The internet is definitely undefeated.
So, and more information is still coming out.
Every hour.
Because Biden is actually, I think he's talking right now. Because at least while I was watching Candace before we came down here, they were about to feed into that.
So information is coming. There are YouTube channels that have built their channel off of false flag events.
Yeah.
So
they're gonna research this.
And their ability to analyze things very quickly. Listen, whenever there's a false flag or whenever there's like a setup, let's say if Trump did this, they're going to make a lot of mistakes. Mm-hmm. They're going to make a lot of mistakes. And so it'll be easy. When the thing happened in Florida with the shooting at the gay club or whatever, right? There was so much messiness with that. It's like, bro, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This does not feel like that.
Mm-mm.
Right? This doesn't feel like the Dylan shooting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Dylan was a false flag, but I'm saying like
Mulvaney? Did he got shot at? Maybe. I think you talking about Jesse Smollett?
Oh, the Jesse. Oh, no. I'm tripping. I'm talking about the dude that shot up the church.
You talking about?
Okay.
Dylan Mulvaney's the guy who dresses up as a woman.
Dylan Mulvaney's the Bud Light.
What was that boy's name? Wasn't Dylan?
I don't know that guy's name.
Whatever. Yeah, these all feel a little different than what happened with Trump today.
No, this feels legit.
Yeah, it felt surreal for a moment. I was just like, nigga, what? Because anytime anything happens, I'm just like, okay, this is what they want me to think. You want me to think this, huh? But then as you're just looking at the situation, you get more information, you just analyze the video a little bit more. It's like, this is real. For me, because I questioned everything, but I was like, okay, this has to be... it's a little bit more than what we thought.
I question everything as well, and I didn't just suck this down. Yo, USA! Like, I'm just like, nigga, what's going on here, right?
I need to analyze
because I'm just like, you got that close. Like, it's just like, bro, not just technology, but I mean, with guns and their technology, bullets fly straight. Like, I mean, you can hit something really far. Like, how did he get grazed? But then you say, well, it kind of hit somebody, and then I'm just like,
there is a delay when a bullet is shot. It's what you say, 300 yards?
Up to, yeah.
Okay, we don't know the exact
Not
distance.
exactly. They haven't.
Okay, I mean 300 yards. That's a lot of time for that bullet to travel,
especially for a smaller caliber.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it can't. 300 yards sounds too far.
That's 200 to 300.
Yeah, but
still 200 yards is still a long
shot. But there's like you're saying it's fly straight, yeah, but there's a lot of room for inaccuracy
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I think that the only thing that really, really stands out to me that like is, bro, you're telling me that Trump is so well media trained. He is so that dude that he knew to throw his fist up.
Oh, bro. That was badass.
Bro, that's
badass.
That right there is the only thing that made me question.
Nah, that didn't make me question. I think that for me, for ego, I think that affirmed it.
Mel,
I think you can see on his face when he gets up, he's disheveled. He's I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, like,
think about your ego. Just think about who Trump is, how he portrays himself throughout the world before he became a president, who he is. Very vibrato, very masculine, macho, big boss type dude. They tried to shoot me. They tried to take me out. Fight. I need my moment.
Hey.
I need my moment.
So
Fight.
Mel, you think, I'm just asking you personally, you think you're on a stage, you're speaking, right? And you get shot. You literally, not shot at, you get shot. There's blood dripping from your face. You don't know where it's from. Do you think you're going to, in that moment, you're going to be like,
But
that's different. And he's never seen combat.
But it was not in the exact moment. There was, a few minutes that passed before he exited the stage.
All right. He knew he probably knew they had got the shooter.
On the ground. Yes. Immediately, they were like, clear, shooter down. So he knew he's safe.
Okay.
Right?
Maybe so.
He also, when he got up, right, because everyone was like, why? Because he was like, I need to get my shoes. Right?
And also, think about it. He has to make the people feel good.
Right.
He has to make sure, like, hey, let them know, the people that care about him, that he good. So, yes, fight.
It's the same reason. Think about this. The same reason. Obviously, a little different situation, but how many times have you seen a player get carted off the field?
Exactly.
And then they put their hands up like, I'm good. Like, I'm hurt, but I'm good.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I understand. And I have not researched this enough. The videos make it seem like it all happens very streamlined. So,
I mean, it's fast, but he was on the ground. Secret Service is like, we're clear. We got the shooters down.
Right.
So Trump knows shooters down, right? Also, I think it's very telling where he was like, I want to get my shoes. Like, I guess they tackled him. I don't know if he had his shoes off already or if they knocked this nigga out of his shoes. But he was like, nah, I want to get my shoes. Like, that just goes to show who Trump is. Like, no, like, I don't want to be seen walking barefoot. Like, it's like, I forget who it was. I want to say it was like Truman or something, or it was one of those presidents like during World War II, but they didn't want to ever be pictured in their wheelchair. So like because they wanted to show strength. So it was like, no, you can't picture me in my wheelchair. And when I do speaking engagements, I need to be stood up on my things, right? Like so they had these braces, like Forrest Gump. They had braces that would stand him up, and it was a picture of strength. Right. So for me, like looking at it historically. Him showing, number one, they're not gonna get me walking with my shoes off. Number one, this Trump.
Yeah,
like now Trump has been persecuted his entire life. Like he's from New York. Like you gotta imagine he's a billionaire. This nigga's grimy. He's been through some shit. Whether he's been in war or not, like I'm sure that Trump's been through some things before in his life, right? He's always come across as very, And I'm sorry, that wasn't the look on his face. If you watch the video, that wasn't acting.
Yeah, that was like
he was upset.
He was pissed.
It wasn't.
I have not looked at it.
Yeah, I think that if you go and watch it, like you look at his actual face,
body language, like mannerisms,
it's just like nah, he's pissed. Like he's really. People are like, "What if you just got shot at? Why would you keep your head exposed?" Like, bro, I mean, because they told him the shooter was down.
True, but also, there could be another one. You know what I mean?
I mean, 100%. I understand.
Look, listen.
But Trump did what he needed to do afterwards. He's solid. He's set.
Don't misunderstand me. In my head, I'm with y'all. But all I'm saying, I'm just being honest I saw the picture. I saw that moment, and I'm like, this is really perfect.
It is, but we also have to understand pictures are a snapshot.
Yep.
That happened quick. I mean, you got a photographer. I mean, I can literally hold the trigger.
Can you imagine whoever took that photo?
Oh, they changed.
Nigga.
I'm selling that for $1 million.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if they were who. Now they had to be professional. They were hired. They're at the front of the stage.
For sure.
So they're already doing well. But I mean, that's a great shot.
That's an amazing
man.
shot.
That's an incredible shot for your career.
And it was clean. It was in focus.
You got the flag in the back.
The Secret Service.
I mean,
like you got them protecting with the
great. It is insane.
But if you watch the video,
because you need to redo that picture with the healthy alternative.
You're funny. If you watch the video and you watch the photographers down there. They weren't setting that up. You see them come to that moment, and they're taking pictures just because.
For sure, there's always
right.
Sure.
It wasn't like this is the moment. Come
right.
And Trump looks at the photographer. He's not looking at the photographer.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Like so.
I know.
I was looking at that.
Don't take it too far. All I'm saying is, or as Pop the Balloon Girl said to Ninja Turtle, don't do too much. All I'm saying is. I'm not going to just gobble up what I see.
Yeah.
The only thing that gave me was the picture. It's like 5%. It's not.
I love that picture. That shit is.
It's
I can see why it looks suspect.
Who has that picture on the shirt already?
Oh,
it's out.
It's
gotta be.
Mel, you could easily put that picture on a shirt tonight and be making money.
We don't have a shirt.
You're not going to, but you could.
Yeah, you could too.
I'm not going to.
I'm not either.
We don't care that much.
You're not trying to make. You trying to make 15,000?
I'm not gonna grift like that.
They're definitely on a shirt already.
All right. Any final closing statements on the Trump thing before we move on to more things that nigga, shut up. Before we move on to more pressing things. Any final statements? Any conspiracy thoughts?
No, it's too early for conspiracy. But what I'll say is. I genuinely believe this was a real attempt on Trump's life. Mm-hmm. I genuinely believe the only way you get to this stage is if there's it's the government. We know someone's behind it, and what they're trying to their aim from this, it seems like, was to actually take him out, the same way that they actually took out JFK. And if that's true, if that's all true, that means that Trump is on the same level of JFK. And people have said that. We haven't seen a president like Trump since JFK.
And we just never seen it in our lifetime.
In our era. This is our moment. We didn't experience COVID. Now we got this. The world is changing.
And the funny thing is that if you look at historically, if you look at JFK, the world now is like, oh, JFK was loved, but he wasn't all that loved.
Not then, no.
Not then. He was a very polarizing figure. That's the reason why RFK, the whole Kennedys, they're not loved like that.
Yeah.
You look at RFK, because if he was loved that much, imagine if Obama had a son, he was running for president, people would be like, yo, Obama's son, right? Mm-hmm. No, RFK, he's ousted.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Yeah,
but historically, people are like, JFK was one of the greatest presidents, right? So Trump is going to go down in that way as well. So in 50 years or something, we're going to look back and be like, it's Trump, man. Not even 50, right? But now we're living in history.
Yeah, we're living in history.
We're living in history. These are moments that
this is moon landing moments right
here. These are moon landing moments. The assassination attempt of Trump, and obviously there's going to be all this speculation. I'm sure back then it was the same thing.
For sure, 100%.
Right?
It's no different.
It's no difference.
Yeah.
I won't go over it, maybe, but y'all should look up this thing. It's called The Four Turnings, and it speaks about the errors that we're going into. Mm-hmm. And I only brought this up because PBD, he mentioned this, and I was like, yo, this is pretty slick. It's called The Four Turnings. The first one is high. It's an era of building. 2 is an awakening. 3 is an unraveling, and 4 is in crisis. And right now we're in crisis, which is the era of destruction. Starts from this 2009 up until, it hasn't happened yet. And so, and the crisis is basically where the institutions are weak and distrusted, and the institutions are torn down and rebuilt in response to perceived threats to the nation's very survival. Civic authority revives, cultural expression finds a community purpose, and people begin to locate themselves as members of a larger group. Now, that was just a crisis, but everything else, it starts from the 1950s, what has happened that's leading up to this, and it's called The Four Turnings. And I just bought that book, so I'm about to check that bad boy out. But yeah, check that stuff out. I'm glad Trump is, he made it. He lived. He survived. It makes.
I'm not even surprised people want him to, not live and they celebrated when KS passed. So
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
People are
this
disgusting.
This is not.
Like y'all are
the hearts of men.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. If you watch this and you wanted Trump to die, it doesn't matter who it is. Mm-hmm. Like. Unless you Fauci, but I mean, other than
unless
that,
you who?
Unless you Fauci.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, like you need to do some healing. You need to do some fasting, some detoxing. You need to heal. To just wish death on somebody, that's satanic. I mean, if you want to talk about satanic, that's satanic.
Yeah.
That's not of God. That is not of good moral
at all.
That's not of that's
good. No,
like
you are a horrible human.
What kind of person do you have to be to wish to say, man, too bad he missed? What the fuck is what's wrong with y'all?
Bruh. Like when I first saw the guy shot that shit, it hit me.
Bro, even if it was Biden, like why would you? I wouldn't say too bad he missed. What's wrong with y'all?
Like that's crazy, man. And even if you think that, why would you project that out there on the internet?
Like y'all
like people are so warped and they're so corrupted. And to transition into something that's a little bit wild, it's different from a president assassination, but this would be more like a relationship type of assassination, maybe. Have y'all seen? Y'all familiar with Michael Ealy?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
From I know where you're going.
Okay.
From what was the show he was popular on? CSI.
Oh, the big black guy.
Nah, he light skinned dude, pretty eyes.
Okay.
Was he on that show?
He plays in Think Like a Man and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, but now
What show was he on?
Recently, Meagan Good, Jonathan Majors, and Michael Ealy, they saw one another. But Michael Ealy, Meagan Good and Jonathan whatever fuck Majors, they're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Now here is a video, and I want to know your thoughts.
I've seen it.
Both of y'all thoughts on how you all will react in this situation.
We know how you will react.
Hell yeah. Okay, this is. Now people were coming. Pause. See how they just take a picture?
I thought he was in. Maybe I'm thinking about the wrong guy.
Yeah. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
The level. Okay, what are your thoughts about that? If you're Jonathan Majors and you see some dude right there hug your girl, not just hug your girl, pick her up, take her off her feet and give her that embraceful hug. We'll start with Chris. How would you? We'll start with Chris. How would you feel about this, or what are your thoughts about this one?
It looks like two people who have been friends for a long time, maybe been through some stuff together, and they have they're very comfortable with each other, and looks fine to me.
Oh, wow.
I don't have any issues with it at all.
Okay.
As Jonathan Majors,
okay.
unless I'm maybe like I got some self-esteem issues or some insecurities or something. If I'm Jonathan Majors, I have no problem with that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I might ask a question if I wasn't familiar with the relationship that she had with him, but that's about it. I don't see any problem.
Steven, your thoughts?
I agree. When I first saw this, somebody posted on Facebook, and I just was like, they were just like, if it was me, I'd be tight. That was all the context I had. And I watched the video, and I was like, I don't see what's the problem here, right? So then I watched it again. I was like, what's the problem? And then somebody was like, well, Meagan and Michael, they're in a relationship. And I was just like, so where's the problem? Like, I don't understand. So, I mean, I got more information later, because later I found out that that's not the whole video.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Because he dapped him up.
Yes.
He showed him up.
Yeah. Because a lot of people were saying, oh, they just ignored Jonathan. He ignored Jonathan Majors. It's like, no, he didn't. But I had this thought process before I got that information. So when I got that information, I said, oh, see, that even makes more sense.
Yeah, someone edited the video to make it look like
they edited it to make it look like that he just ignored Jonathan Majors, and they were just like, oh, Jonathan Majors is cool with this. I hate people. So I mean, the internet, just y'all are so annoying. Just anything for clicks, and that went viral, right? But anyway. But even before I knew that, and then I found out, well, they're in a relationship, I didn't have a problem with it. This is probably what you would have expected from me and Chris.
Of course.
So you're now going to give us what we expect.
No. We'll see.
Okay, well, that's my part. That's it.
My thoughts about this video is that they're friends. It's fine if you're friends.
So you're okay?
Nah, nigga. I ain't finished.
Okay.
They are friends. That's fine if they're friends. Ain't no way.
Okay, here we go.
Ain't no way you hugging my girl, picking her up off her feet, swinging her around like it's a fucking fairy tale. Y'all having y'all happily ever after in front of me. Nah, cuz. Ain't no happily ever after in front of me. Ain't no picking my girl up. Like, I don't mind the hug or, and all that, because if you have friends and there's no sexual thing, it's cool. But there's a level of respect that you have for someone who's in a relationship. You know they're in a relationship. That is totally disrespectful. To just hug, to do that in front, that's disrespectful. We gotta, like, if that wasn't happen, and I wasn't, familiar or anything like that, well, yo, me and Dude gotta have 5 minutes. Like we gotta have a conversation. Like, I think there needs to be a certain level of respect. I wouldn't pick up someone's girl, regardless of the friendship that I have with someone. I would not pick up someone's girlfriend or wife or whoever it is and just hug them like that.
Okay, what about this? Maine and what?
Okay, go ahead. Do you think?
Maine and Elena, right? So let's just say that they have a tremendous amount of history. And now we're all grown up, and Lena's dating some new dude. Maine sees her, and because of their history, I mean, literally, like, just grew up together.
It's probably a bad example you're doing.
Why?
Because they have a tumultuous history.
I'm not talking about all of that.
When you bring them up, that's the only thing I can think about.
Oh God. The example. What I'm trying to get you to understand is history. Yes, they've dated. Yes, they've whatever. But let's just pretend that they are good. They're on good terms. Obviously, he wouldn't be bear hugging and doing all that if he wasn't. So let's just pretend they're on good terms. But they have a tremendous amount of history that you are aware of. You know what I mean? And he sees each other and they're excited and they do that.
Like with the embrace? No, I'm not okay with that. That crazy, I don't mind the hug. Hug, show love. Like, I hug friends all the time. Show love, that's cool. But to pick up, like, come on, you're doing too much. There has to be a certain level of respect there.
Here's the thing. It shows the depth of their relationship, yes. You know what I mean? And maybe you have a problem with that. Maybe he wasn't thinking about it. He's very comfortable with her because of their history. You know what I'm saying? So I personally wouldn't do. I actually kind of agree with you in the sense that what they used to date, is that what it is?
No, they've always been like. They've been like in plenty of movies in the past.
Oh, they didn't even used to date. They're just friends. Nah, that's good.
They've been in movies and all that stuff, so they have a history. Because even when they saw each other, oh, it's been so long, they haven't seen each other.
It's no problem. It's no problem. Why make a mountain out of a molehill? The thing is, they are obviously they're good friends. And they don't see each other often. And it's just like that thing that, because you don't know, I think it's unfair to place these stipulations on how people should interact. Like, what do you consider cheating? Like, I mean, it's like, what are we doing here?
I don't think it's necessarily cheating. I just think there should be a level of respect. It should be a different level of respect. And here, maybe y'all seen this, how there's a...
Let me say something real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I saw something that I really liked and it was recent, but it resonated with me. And the guy basically said that if you get into a relationship with a woman and she's 30 years old, this was his example, she has 30 years of life before you. 30 years of relationships, 30 years of experience, 30 years of emotions, 30 years of everything before you. Her life does not end and start brand new when you come along. So to put an expectation on somebody that now their life is restarting, or everything you've been through and all of your relationships and everything you've gone through with other people is now dismissed because of you, it's unrealistic. And I agree with it. So do I think that obviously respect and things of that nature are important? But I have a if I look back at some of my Ashley, you guys know Ashley
O'Toole.
From Delaware,
Okay.
right? This is my childhood best friend. We have never had any kind of sexual interaction. Like, I mean, we have been legit friends as since 5th grade. Like, I'm still in contact with her today. Like, I just asked her if she was going to our 20th reunion. Because if she was going, I was going to go. And she was like, I'm not going. I don't care about it. And I said, well, fuck it, I'm not going. Right? Like, because I'm like, I don't really rock with anybody here. But, if you go, I'll go. Right? So I decided not to go. And if I saw her, and who knows? I mean, I probably wouldn't pick her up. But she would probably try to pick me up or something crazy like that. Like, but that's how close our relationship was. Right? Or is. Now, me being me, I'm not going to pick her up in front of her husband, but her husband knows who I am, right? There's not a surprise of who Steven is, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I personally, I don't know their relationship. Maybe they've done 20 movies together. Maybe, I have no idea, but clearly they're close. And for me personally, it's a non-issue.
Okay, well, here is how they say he should have done it.
You're not going to respond to anything I just said? Okay.
D-Wade, Gabrielle Union, dap him up. All right, dap you up. That's how we should do it if you want to respect somebody's relationship.
Does J. Cole know Gabrielle Union? Is he friends with Gabrielle Union?
Well,
or is he friends with Dwayne Wade?
I don't know any of the relationships.
That makes it different.
I'm specifically just speaking on the dynamic of how you would treat someone's wife.
That's not how you address a lady. First of all,
course, exactly.
Okay, so let's
dap her up.
That one was in fun.
Okay. And I respect that.
But
if you dapped up my girl, she's gonna look at you weird. Like, bro,
I don't think Meagan Good did anything wrong in this.
Well, she didn't have any play in this.
Yeah, she didn't. I don't think she did anything wrong. But when you look at Jonathan,
when they went to go hug, who initiated the?
Oh boy, because he was hugging everybody.
Oh, what? Now, also,
but he didn't hug everybody else like that. He hugged her.
He did the Obama thing.
Only her. He only did her because he got rapport.
That's a very important point.
Get your
it was not.
Get off my girl.
That's all you think about.
See,
that's all you think about.
That's not what it. Mel, that's not what happened at all.
Get your meat off my girl, nigga.
Bro, that's crazy that that's where your mind is going, because that's not what happened. That's not even. I never even thought about that until you just said it. But anyway, clearly, he doesn't know the other people that well. He dapped old boy up. Maybe they're friends, whatever. And then he shook the other girl's hand, right? Which is how J. Cole shook Gabrielle's hand. He don't know her like that. She's clearly friends.
Yeah.
So, y'all are too insecure.
Michael Ealy did too much.
No, he
is a trained assassin.
Wow.
He is a sniper. He's a light-skinned man with pretty blue, brown, green eyes that changes in the sun.
Everybody doesn't like them dudes. That's not everybody's type.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
They trained assassins out here.
Like everybody, some women, some dudes like light-skinned girls, some dudes like dark-skinned. So it's like everybody's not a threat.
Yeah. I mean,
I think he's an attractive guy, no homo, but like clearly Meagan Good likes a different. I mean, Jonathan Majors and this dude are nothing alike.
Yeah,
there is
totally two different.
They're
types.
two different types.
But I don't necessarily have a problem with showing your friend love. I personally just think he did too much.
Of course you do.
Of course
he did too much.
We're not.
I think that your opinion aligns with.
So you cool with a dude?
Not a dude.
I said.
It would have to be a friend.
Because that's what they are.
Does your woman have a human that's a guy in her life? Sorry, my mind just works.
Oh my God.
Does she have a friend that's a guy that would, in her life that would hug her, that you're okay with, that would be hugging her like that?
She would. So if the only person I could think
I would have a
of
problem
off the top of my head is her sister's boyfriend. Who they're close. They've hung out. It's her sister's boyfriend, and like he bought her flowers for her birthday. I think he bought her like a bag of chips the other day or something.
Okay.
I knew you
planting seeds. Planting seeds.
I just agree with you.
But there's been times where they've been alone, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, yada yada yada," was over, and. We were just sitting and we were talking, and they were in her kitchen and they talked for like 2 hours. That's don't bother me.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm
not talking about conversation. I'm talking about
but Mel, hold on. They're creating a relationship.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, you hear the word relationship and you immediately think sexual.
Don't let his fucking ad-lib type you up.
No, because
I'm just saying
you.
I just said, okay.
It was literally you.
You did the ad-lib.
Yes, they're creating a relationship.
So you would be okay.
If he hugged her and he was like,
picked her up.
He
gave her a fucking happily ever after hug.
In the military.
Wow.
We went down to Atlanta for his graduation. Mm-hmm. He now, I think he's stationed in Kentucky, right? And then he just recently came home for 2 weeks to spend time with his girlfriend, yada yada yada, right? If he happened to see her and he hadn't seen her in a year, and he was like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long." Right? And he hugged her and picked her up and was like, "Oh my God," I would not be concerned at all. I genuinely want it.
You see that long ass scenario? Haven't seen her all day. I didn't say any of that. I'm simply asking.
I'm laying the foundation, Mel. Because if I would have told you, yes, I do know somebody, it would be cool. It's not the same. I'm laying the foundation so you understand the situation.
I appreciate that.
I'm sure that they have a good relationship. It wasn't like he's seen her one time or they did one movie together, and then now all of a sudden he's just enthralled with her. I'm sure that they've done things together in order to build a friendship, and he hadn't seen her in a while. Right. This is normal human interaction, and it's okay.
Right. But so you would be okay.
Jeez, you gonna keep asking?
Yeah, you're gonna keep asking me.
No, you would be okay.
Okay, go ahead.
In what scenario wouldn't you be okay?
If
the friendship, if it was just like a random dude that she knows that you don't know.
Say if it was the same dude, right? Same dude I just talked about, where I said this will be okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's say that he sees her, and then I don't know, we're going out to an event or something, and my girl's got on a nice dress, it's tight, she's looking good, you know what I'm saying? Booty's popping, yada yada yada. Maybe she got the titties out or something, you know what I'm saying? And then, why are you making that face? I'm giving you an example, okay? So then, when he sees her. Now she goes to shake his hand, or he gives her a hug, right? Which I'm like, this is cool. But then he grabs her hand and then he spins her around. He's like, okay, damn, I see you looking good. You've been working out. Now he's eyeing her up. Now I have a problem with that. That's a scenario where I would be uncomfortable with. And I would be like, whoa, hold on a second, brother. That's a little much. You asked me.
Okay.
Right? So I think that is doing too much. Okay. Right? Okay. So now it's, bro, you can look, we all have eyes. There's nobody, we all have eyes. But now you're spinning her around and you're clearly looking her up and down. I'm right in front of you. Like, oh man, Steven, we're just friends. Like, I'm dating her sister. My nigga, that's still too much.
Have y'all seen those videos where it's like a street interview?
But hold on, before we continue. But do you see the difference in those situations?
He doesn't care.
Nigga, stop speaking.
Let's just move on.
Nigga, Yeah. But it was different. There's difference. Just spinning around and all that.
What do you mean just spinning around? But it's the looking, the comment.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Okay. So that's something that I would be not.
He's just agreeing with both. They're both disrespectful to him.
That's just disrespectful.
You're saying they're both disrespectful.
Someone picking my girl up and giving her a happily ever after hug.
It's the fact that he lifted her off the ground.
Yes.
But the hug is okay.
Yes.
But the fact he lifted her off the ground.
Disrespectful.
What makes that so disrespectful?
Oh my God.
Happily ever after hug. You don't happily ever after hug my woman.
So you created a scenario in your mind where if you pick a girl up, it means something. It means something special.
Yeah.
So if you see another man pick your girl up, you assume it means the same thing if you picked your girl up.
No.
Yeah, that's what's happening. You don't have to agree with it, but that's what's happening.
Okay.
So and it's okay.
But you also have to think, in every scenario, for me, I like to be respectful of people's relationships.
Yeah, and you don't even say hi to my girl. Like you barely.
What do you do? I don't say hi to your girl. Yeah, in the times that I see her, what do you mean? Hey, Jasmine, how you know what? Every episode. Hey, shout out to you, Jasmine.
No, you don't need to do that.
Oh, you don't want me to do that?
No,
Why?
it's just weird.
Why you want me to do that?
No, it's weird.
Shout out to you, girl. But the video I was talking about where it's like a street interview, and he'll be interviewing chicks, and he'll be like, "Yo, how you rate my fit 1 through 10?"
Oh yeah.
And they'll do 9, like, "Oh, you like guys?
Oh yeah, but 10.
Would you date a guy like me?" And he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I would date somebody dressed like you." Like, oh, he'll grab him and be like, "Yo, do a 360 for the camera. Do a 360 for the camera." And they'll do it. And they'll outfit it, like, "Yo, can I?"
Can you make it? Can you make it clap?
Can you make it clap?
Can you make it clap? And then if she says yes, she's like, "Ooh, can I touch it?"
Can I touch it? Sometimes they say no, but a lot of times they say yeah.
Yeah. And then if they say yes, I say, "Ooh, I want to eat it." Like this nigga, like,
I'm like, yo,
that's all he does.
Yeah, and he gets like a lot of. I'm just like, bro, hey,
people are just
people
weird.
eat it up. You know what I mean? All right. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we leave? I'm pretty sure it's a no. Because I have a lot of shit that we need to talk about, but.
Good episode, man.
How we feeling? All right. Beautiful people, make sure you all go out there and vote. You know what I mean? Go out there and vote. Vote for the red wave, baby. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, we'll see beautiful people. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. How you feel about Donald Trump and this entire situation. Your thoughts. What do you think from your different countries and states and all that stuff? And yeah, man, we will see you beautiful people next time. I am Animated Mel, Chris James, Stephen Michael. You all have a beautiful day.